What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, guys, we're doing the eBay auction and buy it now update video. These are market sales over $1,000, and we had some crazy sales, guys. The market is absolutely cooked. It's beyond cooked. We are in a indescribable phase in terms of the TCG economy. And if you own something that you bought at least a year ago that is worth less now than it was back then, I feel bad for you. I feel really bad because everybody's a genius in this market, but we'll get right into it. We're going to start with sealed product like always. The first thing I wanted to bring up, a sealed case of Legacy of the Masters OP12 selling for $1,225 through Probstein. That's about $100 per box. That's kind of where I expected OP12 to go. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive than what I thought it would be. Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if this got down into like the 90s, and maybe it still will eventually, but in that $100 range, I think finding it fairly easily, that makes sense to me. Now, after that, a blue bottom booster box, $2,950. This is becoming a common occurrence at this point to see blue bottom booster boxes selling for $3,000. And I know it's not just through Probstein, even though they do a lot of the auctions in these videos. After that, though, we had a case of PRBO1 sell through Simply Unlucky eBay store, $5,000 USD. I think the last time we brought up a sealed case selling from them, it was $4,750. So you can see they're moving their case premium up, and it's still continuing to sell even at $500 per box, right? Inside of case. That's wild, but not as wild as the last couple sales we're going to have here for sealed products. So the first up, we have a case of white bottoms, Romance Dawn, $7,900 or best offer. I put this into 130 point. It did indeed sell for $6,600. I don't know why this is in a different language. This looks like Polish to me. Actually, it doesn't even look Polish. It's probably a different language. If you guys know what language this is in, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure it's not Polish. Maybe like Slovak or something. But yeah, $6,600. After that, we had a sealed case of blue bottom booster boxes, $2,300 or best offer, and this sold for $21,500. I'm not sure if you can see that on screen. I am planning to zoom in at the end when I edit. And then the final sealed product, guys, that sold over the past week, insane sale. We have One Piece, Romance Dawn, OPO1 blue bottom booster box case. They're claiming it's alpha, so like the first print boxes. You can see here there's labels on it and everything. And this sold for $100,000 or best offer. I put it into 130 point, and it sold for $70,000, confirmed best offer taken. Absolutely insane sale on a sealed case of Romance Dawn alpha booster boxes. Now, I don't know when we're going to see a sale larger than that in One Piece. That is really wild. That is out there, but it's great to see. So I'm happy that I could share that with you guys this week. Now we're going to move into some slabs now. We're going to go rapid fire, and we're going to go in ascending order in terms of price. So we're going to be jumping around from characters. We're also going to be jumping around in terms of cards because there's a couple of the same cards selling this week. So starting off, we have the Nami from PRBO1, excuse me. PSA 10, 1400 Canadian, which is approximately $1,015 USD. That's sold on auction through Slab Sharks up here in Canada. After that, we have a very interesting card. I don't think we've ever seen this one before. This is a PSA 10 promo Kuzan offline regional top 32 prize card, and this sold for $1,025. Kuzan definitely not one of the most popular characters in One Piece, but just because it's a top 32 card, I imagine there aren't too many out there. You can see the PSA 10 pop 165. 1,000 be a little bit high. 165 in a PSA 10. After that, we have a black label Zoro Juro, and this is from OPO9, I believe, and this sold in black label $1,050, which is wild to me considering these SPs I think are like under $100 raw. So crazy sale there. After that, we have a Blackbeard manga from '09. This sold for $1,100, and that's, I think, moving up. Like, we're seeing sales below $1,000, I'm pretty sure, on this card. And you'll see a lot of the mangas on the list this week, they are moving up, and they're moving up fairly rapidly. So if you guys are thinking about getting your mangas, probably better just to buy them sooner rather than later, in my opinion. Now, after that, we have a Luffy BGS 10 Black Label wanted poster. This is in Japanese from '09. This sold for $1,213.88 through Probstein. I imagine this is a fairly low pop card just because it's a wanted poster and also Japanese, but very cool to see that on the list. Then we have a BGS 10 Black Label again. This is the Boa Hancock SP from Emperors in the New World, OPO9. 1,260 euros. That's $1,480 USD approximately. And this was coming from Slap Auction out of Germany. And guys, if you think we've seen some crazy stuff, we're just getting started. After that, we have a Soga King PSA 10. This sold $1,500. $1,500 for the Sniper King in a PSA 10 is mind-blowing to me. It's just crazy how much some of these mangas have moved up. After that, we have a Shanks. This is a official event top prize card, PSA 10. It looks like the pop on this, PSA 10 pop, is 2. So very low pop card, $1,575 there. Following that, we have a Silver Luffy in English, PSA 10, $1,666.56. I believe we're going to see the gold version come up here later, but you know, between $1,000 and $2,000 for the Silver Luffy in a 10, not terrible, I don't think. After that, very cool card. I really enjoy this one. $1,800, one bid. This is a 2023 One Piece promo, Edward Newgate, Whitebeard, official regional, offline regional, top 16 prize card, and this sold $1,800. PSA 10 pop, 85. So very low pop card here. I think it's a great action shot of Newgate. So shout out to the absolute boss. Honestly, Whitebeard has some crazy artworks in One Piece compared to like almost any other character. I think he has probably at least like one of my top 3 favorites, which is that special rare from Royal Blood. But I think this one you got to put up there as well. Now after that, these are going to be cards over $2,000 now. We have a Shanks manga from '01, $2,025. I think the last time I did a spreadsheet update of the mangas, the PSA 10 of this was like $1,700 at the time. We're now seeing sales consistently over $2,000 on this card. So again, even the Shanks manga is starting to move back up. Then we have the EBO2 Luffy, Gear 2 pose, and this sold $2,490 USD. I know it's through Probstein, guys. Some of you don't like that I use Probstein auctions, but this is really all we have to go on for some of these cards, and this has moved up a lot. I mean, this card was selling for like $1,600, maybe even into the 1,500s at its low. We're now well over $2,000 consistently. Like even when you see smaller sellers put this card up, it is going for over $2,000. I think it's going to continue climbing. You can see here, the PSA 10 pop is only 298 currently, which is very low for a PSA 10. I think the Gear 5 Luffy is like 700, 500, something like that. So it's at least half or less than half probably of what the OPO 5 manga is going for. And I think this is a great pose that a lot of people enjoy. First time Luffy use Gear 2, is going to be a very iconic card in the future, even though it's from a recent set. Now, after that, we have the Gold Luffy. This sold $3,050 in a PSA 9. So not even a 10. The 9 is selling for $3,050. I think the 10, you probably have to guess that it's going to be pushing like $10,000. I didn't see a recent sale this week on this card, but the next time one does pop up, I will keep you guys informed. The PSA 9 pop here, only 24. So the PSA 10 pop is probably like over 200, 225, something like that. Then we have a black label, BGS 10. This is a Japanese Shanks from Romance Dawn, and this sold $3,650. So very expensive. I imagine if we saw an English version show up, it's probably going to go for like $6,000, $7,000 at this point if the Japanese version is going for $3,650. And again, guys, you still haven't seen anything crazy when it comes to the slabs. So this week we had the Gold Roger. A couple of these sold. This is a PSA 9, $4,650. You think, hey, that might be impressive. Like the PSA 9 is now selling for what some of the PSA 10 sales were going for. And this came directly from the PSA vault. But no, it gets crazier than that. We have BGS 10 Black Label. This is the Luffy promo with Dormand, and this sold $5,100 USD for a Black Label promo. Then we have, I think a lot of you guys have been following this card, the Alt Art Ichiro stamped gold card from '05. This sold in a PSA 10 through Slab Sharks, 7,100 Canadian, which is $5,150 approximately. But that's not even the most expensive copy of this card to sell this week. You guys are gonna have to wait and stay tuned. We have a couple more here to get to first. The first one up, the Japanese OP13 Red Luffy, $5,377.55. I don't know why these guys use weird numbers over in Japan. It sold for that or best offer. I did put into 130 point. It did indeed sell for $5,377.55. So if the PSA 10 of this in Japanese is selling over 5K out the gate, the English version, I think, might even break like $7,000, $8,000. Who honestly knows? Then we have the Gear 5 Luffy from OPO5, PSA 10, $6,400. It's great to see this card moving back up. We were seeing this in like the 4,800 range for a very long time, 46 to 4,800. It's now somehow jumped right up to $6,400. You can see here the PSA 10 pop is indeed 827 on that. Total pop is 923. So it's not a huge population. You know, when you look at like the Moonbryon in Pokemon from Evolving Skies, the pop is like what, 30,000 or something. There's over 20,000 tens. Like it's super high. These are lower pops. There is less people in One Piece though, but still it is a fairly rare card and it's now selling mid 6K. Now after that, we have the Gold Roger PSA 10 this time, guys. $6,545. So the Gold Roger is still staying slightly higher than the Gear 5 Luffy. So I think we still have to say that the Gold Roger is the king in terms of card price right now from a card that you can pull out of a mainline set. But honestly, guys, this Ichiro Oda stamped card might be putting up a contest, and especially impressive is the fact that it's not even a manga card. This is an alternate art card. We had another sale, 12,500 or best offer, and this is coming from a small seller, Tiger TCG, only 35 feedback out of Texas. I did put this into 130 point and it sold for $7,600. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see that. I'll scroll down a little bit. 7.6K sale, best offer on a PSA 10 of this card. And that's not even the craziest sale we saw this week, guys. This card also sold in a black label, BGS 10, $19,995. 20K USD, guys, for a black label of the Ichiro Oda stamped card, and it did indeed sell for this. I put it into 130 point. I'll scroll down again for you guys to see. It sold for that. Absolutely crazy. You can see here if I scroll all the way down, hopefully you can see this. The most recent sales before this, we had a 6K sale on September 3rd of this month, and then going back to July, we had one at 4,500. So we've jumped from 4.5K up to 6K, now up to $20,000 USD on this card. It's mind-blowing. The investor money in the hobby right now is ridiculous. It's definitely spilling over from Pokemon. We're seeing it in Magic as well. Like you can just look at the Final Fantasy collector boxes, even Spider-Man, which I don't think is as popular. Those are still expensive, but it's just everything in the TCG world right now, guys, is just absolutely popping off. And if you own sealed product, if you own mangas, even if you own some of these high-end alt art cards, you're doing great more than likely, which is awesome. If some of you guys want to hold, great. If you want to take profits, also awesome, especially if you're holding like higher end slabs and stuff like that. Those tend to be a little bit more volatile compared to the sealed product. But that's going to be it for the video. If you guys did get some value out of it, you learned something, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a ton. Leave a comment down below for the algorithm. Also, I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, but I have made the decision in the spreadsheet. I'm going to be doing a second monthly update. It's going to be on the top 20 non-manga cards in One Piece. So that aren't promo cards. So basically any card you can pull from a mainline set will be included in there. I'm not sure exactly which day I'm going to be doing it, but you'll see it probably over the next couple weeks here get updated, or I'm going to announce it in there. So if that's something you're interested in, link to the spreadsheet is down below in the description as always. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great weekend. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one. God damn, Luffy.